Okay. Okay, it looks like you've got this moving pretty well. I think you really, you know, in the case of the lying on the back, I don't, I think you have an issue with the antlers penetrating the ground. Anyways, let's take a look at this in the My file. I think some of those things will come to light. Just look at this from a different angle. So one thing to think about is, you know, people don't just kind of get up like that. Usually you're going to want to have another pose where you shift the arms back and push up with the hands. And for that, I would really recommend this being in IK mode. So I would switch these to 10. And then you'll have to reposition the hands and the elbows. But what you'll see is that, see how she kind of pushes herself up, and let's actually put this one just to compare. Let's put this one back to FK just so you see what I'm talking about. So, it shows that she's like bracing on the ground. Let's actually just see what this is going to look like in with auto tangents. Oh yeah, the antler is indeed penetrating the ground, so you'll have to think about that. Maybe you just want to lose the antlers. Otherwise, you'll have to be very careful about how she moves her head so that they don't penetrate the ground. But you see how with their hands planted there, that's much more believable. Her pushing herself up, and if her arm is starting, let's say, um, more like that, then before you sit up, you'll want to pose where she scoots her hand like that and then pushes herself up, so she has the leverage to do that. Um, yeah, and then watch out for the head, and then just make sure in each of your poses you're thinking about like, could she be shifting her spine a little bit? Like, is there movement that could be happening from the root or from the spine and not just the head moving around? Maybe act it out and record that and see. Are you literally, is your body completely motionless, or is there some movement here? Because I think there should be some movement. Oops, in the spine and that kind of stuff. I answered your question separately, but your eyelids won't close and open. Uh, I mean, yeah, oh yeah. So resetting this thing. What I would say is just select. Let's just turn all objects off. Go to curve. Select all these. Deselect the main control, and then zero out the translates and rotates. Should there's something in there it doesn't like. Where is your root, anyways? Why can't I see the root? Oh, where's this? Why is that? Oh no, that's okay. Um, Anyways, check all these, zero these out. There must be something I'm selecting. Oh no, that's okay. That's doing most of them. Oh, I think the hand right now looks weird because this one's an IK. Yeah, you'll want to zero that one out too. Although in this case you could have just zeroed this out also, but you don't have to. I mean, and because you could just, so if we go back to, like, let's reopen this file. Um, should just be able to go pose, reset. Oh, she's over here now. Okay. Because the other, what you could do is you could say, and then you could, wow, what is it doing there? That reset's being pretty weird. Yeah, that's kind of what happened to me before. Well, what happens when I just select the curves and zero all these out? Does it do the same thing? Oh, that worked okay. But you could do the same thing and yeah, and then just not have that selected. So she resets. I hope that answers your question. Yeah, I mean, you can move the main control. I mean, the reason I'm so particular about not moving the main controls is people do that when they're trying to like animate a walk, and that makes the feet impossible to stick. But if you're just sort of like teleporting between shots, you could actually animate the main control, from one position to another at some point during the shot. If it's just on a cut and suddenly she's in another part of the scene. What I want people to avoid is animating it to move the character around within a shot. Let's open up the rig file and did you make an eyelid control? I wonder. I think I usually lock those things. Okay, the eyebrows seem to be working. Eyelid. Oh. Well, yeah, they don't seem to be working. Those are working. These aren't. I wonder if it's because you did a separate blend shape for them instead of all in the same one. Could that be? Um, just wondering if we put that one on top. If that makes any difference. Nope. I don't know. I guess just do it again. It doesn't seem like you have those target shapes edited because they're not. But I always do. I always do it in one blend shape. I don't think I make a separate blend shape. So I'm wondering if it has something to do with the fact that it's a separate blend shape. If we delete that, does that do anything? No, it still doesn't work. And there's only one. There's not a left and right. So, yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I just think you should make them again. Because it doesn't seem like they're there. If you have them working in some file, we could take a look at that and try to figure it out. But it doesn't seem like you made the shape. So what did you say about that again? I don't know. Yeah, if you have some file where they're working, I'll take a look. But I'm not. I just it doesn't seem like there's a target shape for those. So um, yeah. All right.